Mike, today we have the video of the year.
I talked to them.
Oh, I know I'm talking. The single best leg exercise, particularly if you're 50 years and older. Now, it's been well accepted in the fitness arena, and I think I can safely say this, that doing squats, and there's a lot of different ways to do it, is the best way to strengthen large muscle groups in the legs and hip to change your life, get off, burn calories. And what am I taking from you, Mike?
You're rambling a little bit here, but we're going to show you squats and then 5 different variations, as well as some bonus tips. So if you're sick of doing jack squat, do more stuff.
Why, Mike? There actually are some very advanced versions that you're going to demonstrate.
Bob and Brad, the 2 most famous physical therapists on the internet.
Oh, I'm Brad.
I'm Mike, and behind the scenes we have Bob, and together we are the most famous physical therapy team on the internet.
In our opinion, of course.
So today we are talking about squats. We're going to show you the 5 versions initially, and then some advanced versions like I had mentioned, but we want you to go through all of them and see which ones you can do and pick out 1, 2, or 3 of them.
That's right. We're not only going to talk about it, we're going to do them. Yeah, and join along with us. They are some good options. You'll probably find out a new option that you're not aware of or more. So what's next?
Before we get into it, we're going to aim for 5 to 10 repetitions with each of them, and you can do them 2 to 3 times, but we would space it out, maybe do them 3 days a week. Let your legs recover on the off days.
Yeah, you may get sore if you haven't done these before. So let's get right to it. And remember, if you get any knee or hip pain with them, disregard that option.
So the first one we're going to do is a basic sit to stand. So this is a squat, but it's for people that do not feel comfortable squatting down. They may feel like they're going to fall, or maybe they have bad form. Oftentimes people have good squat form when they're just going to a chair and then coming back up. Now, if you're weaker and you struggle, you can certainly use your armrests. However, if you do not need to, try to cross your arms and make it a little more challenging.
Now, if you're doing this and that is very easy for you, but you still want to have a chair behind you for safety, it's a good idea. Do this option. This is number 2. Simply put one leg forward, one leg back, and then stand up. And you're going to find out the leg and behind, the closest to the chair, all of a sudden takes about 80% of the load. Really feel it on those quads. So you may have to do 5 on this leg and then do 5 here. But I can definitely feel increase in resistance. Didn't you, Mike?
Yes, I noticed that. So I feel like my left leg's doing the brunt of the work, and my right leg's basically a kickstand. Now, something I would like to mention with doing these, make sure your feet are nice, wide apart. Make sure you have good posture. You're not bending over too much while doing this. The next one is to take your hands kind of out of the equation even more and put them above your head. This gets a shoulder workout too, and then work on standing up and sitting down this way.
Right. You know, if you want to go here first, that works well. Just remember, all the way up, squeeze those glutes together when you're up in there. That's really important to get glute activity at its maximum to get the best benefits from this exercise. What's the next one?
Number 4 is actually a lunge. So it's kind of like a squat, but your legs are split apart. It's working these same muscle groups. Some people find lunges easier. Some people find them more challenging. So
I'll show it from this angle, and you can show a profile, perhaps?
Yeah, and I'll show it holding on to support if you have issues. So what you're going to do is the forward lunge. So I'm going to take one foot, put it forward like this, go in a lunging position, and then come back to my starting position. So the right leg is taking the brunt of the force and strengthening and pushing back hard with that right leg. Let the left leg keep your balance, but focus on the foot in front. 5 to 10 reps on one side, and then switch to the other. Now, if you want, you can even make this challenging by alternating, going right and left.
There you go. Couple things that will help you out to make sure you don't hurt your knees. Make sure when you come down, your knee doesn't go in. That's the tendency that most people will do. That's hard on your knee. And then sometimes it's nice to have a pillow or a cushion for the knee that's coming down, particularly if you haven't done these a lot. Because if you come down on a hard floor, a little harder than you think, it hurts and it's not fun.
Now, another variation of the lunge is the step back lunge.
Ooh.
Same motion, but you actually emphasize the glutes a little more, the glute max, I feel, when I do this variation. So again, hold on to support if you need. If you don't, just step back and then go back forward. I'm going to be working the right leg here. It's staying stationary. 5 to 10 reps on one side, and then make sure and switch and do the other. I actually do these at the gym. I like to hold on to weights because I'm a tough guy, but it's a good option.
Yeah, actually, I'm doing that to the dumbbells I hear, and that really challenges the balance. But again, make sure you can do it well with support. Get very confident in it before you go into that. Now, we have the bonus or the advanced exercises.
Yeah, so
I think I volunteered you for this.
I guess you did. So those are the 5 main ones to focus on. Pick which ones work for you and you like. If you want to pick 2 different ones, I would pick the most challenging squat and the most challenging lunge. That way you get more variation. But the advanced versions, what we're going to do first is a single leg squat. Now we're not talking about a pistol squat because Brad and I can't do them. We don't have that type of mobility. So what we're going to do is just do a one-legged squat into a chair. So I hold one leg out, I sit down slow and controlled, and then I try to come back up. Notice my leg, it's a little hard. Try not to let them veer in or out. But going down slow is challenging. Most people go down, they maybe get to a point and then they kind of fall. We don't want that. We want to focus on going down really slow and controlled, coming back up. Brad is using hands if needed. That's a way to make it a little bit easier.
Ooh. Go to fingertips. There's a lot of ways you can progress. Going down slow helps strengthen even more. You're doing an eccentric exercise, and you'll feel it as you go down. So this is a really nice way to work an advanced one because you have options for making it easier, and you've got a chair in case you lose your balance.
You're really going to notice if you have a dominant or stronger side than the other. So it's good to work on single leg stuff to make both legs more even. The next one is a lunge variation. Oh, pardon me, I'm going to burp, I think, but I'll try to hold it in anyway.
Yeah, this is the plyo one, right?
I'll hold it in, the plyo one. So what we're going to do is, I call this a plyo lunge. Some people call it a scissor lunge. So I'm going in a lunge, but I explode up and I actually jump and I switch positions. So switch.
Ooh.
Switch. Don't hit your head on the ceiling whenever you do this.
Bob would have that problem.
Try to go nice, slow, and controlled with it, and just explode up. If you don't want to touch your back knee, if it's uncomfortable, that's fine. If this is too easy, you can certainly use weight, but I'm sweating right now.
Yeah, and actually, I'm doing this with assistance. Yeah, and that makes it much easier. Good way to start. I'm going to try it. This is a little different, Mike. This is what take me a little practice. I'll work on it.
Takes a little practice, yes. And the last option we have is just a plyometric squat or a jump squat. People do them different ways. Some people like to squat down, jump up with their hands up, but I'm going to whack the ceiling here. So what you can do is put your hands overhead, squat down, jump up like that, hands at your side, whatever you're comfortable with, and that just makes it a little more challenging.
How many?
5 to 10 repetitions.
There you go.
And I'm breathing hard. I think I need some water.
Thanks for volunteering for that, Mike, because those are pretty aggressive. I do not do those in my regular routine. The first 5 I do, but not those last 3. So other videos with hip exercises from other people want more variations to watch us.
Yeah, I clicked the video link on the screen. 5 hip exercises for seniors with weak legs. So those aren't quite as advanced as some of these. So if you think these are too challenging, watch that video.
There you go. Yep, one way or another, you'll get all the information you need from Bob and Brad and Mike and the boys that are filming us. And there's a lot of people involved.
I'm gonna go get some water.
Yeah, go get a drink. I'll be right here.
Bob and Brad, the 2 most famous physical therapists on the internet.